Hi, beauties. It's your girl, Exotical Rants. Okay, our subject today is how to build confidence as an exotical, as a multi-generational mixed woman, or a mixed race woman, or a biracial woman. One thing that I've learned in building confidence, it starts with yourself, like your self-esteem. Doing things for yourself that helps build confidence in your private time. Whether that's like self-care, taking baths, making sure you're well manicured and your hair is neat and you have the proper accessories that you feel comfortable wearing, that helps. Also, another thing that I found is finding great role models, like role models that you can touch, that you can spend time with, finding other mixed women that are on the same path as you or have been on that path and are like in another stage in their life, like they may be a little bit older, so they can kind of guide you and you can go to them when you're dealing with things. I found that, and for me, that was one of my mentors at university. She was a MGM, multi-generational mixed woman, and like literally until her death, she was my mentor and my go-to person that I could go to for advice on dating, on career advice, on just life advice. Like, it's not even like career advice, just how to manage your life, what works for you and what's your goals. If your goal is getting married, if your goal is being just a happy woman, because I feel like a lot of times, like we center on men and the center should be on you. So just finding your role models. For me, that looked like role models that look like me, other mixed women that look like me, that look like my mom, my aunt, or just I focused on women that I knew and then some women that I did not know. Like I always loved Diane Carroll, Dorothy Dandridge, Lena Horne, just older 1950s bombshells that were very elegant and feminine. And I kind of modeled myself after them. I've even been told by different people, like men in particular, you're very feminine and you're really classy. And that's because I like literally emulated them. Like, okay, when you go on a date, like feminine voice control. I also made sure I was in the best shape I could be. Like, even if that meant like, hey, I have to get up like at 6 a.m. to get my workout in so that I can like still go to work or still go to school and like still do my schedule at a proper time. That's what I had to do. I had to meal prep. I did also fast. Did intermittent fasting. And I found other mixed women online to support me. So like they were already doing that. So I could ask for tips or advice. So it's just building up your village with women that you feel comfortable around, that you know aren't going to judge you. Building your self-esteem up, and your confidence to go through life and demand what you know you deserve. Like for me, I know I deserve a certain type of living. So like I knew like certain standards had to be in place, and it's not about making anybody feel less than you or even more than you. It's just your standards. Like you're like, hey, these are my standards and I'm sticking to them. So when you're trying to build your confidence as a young woman and you're confused, go like just read read these women's story. Start with Diane Carroll, Lena Horne, Dorothy Dandridge. Read these women's storylines and pick up cues from them. Like you don't have to like just take everything with a grain of salt, but like you'll get what you're looking for by just reading books, like investing in documentaries about other women that look like you and how they managed life. Eartha Kitt, like just it's so many of us around. You have to really just get to know this core of the woman. Like even like if your mother is an MGM woman as well or a mixed woman, like get to know your mother as a woman, not a mother, not a friend, but as a young woman. Like what was her goals, her fears, what she was dealing with before you were born. Get to know the woman, the genuine woman in her, and that will build your confidence because you'll be like, oh, wow, like we are like some of the most beautiful women, but we are also some of the most strong women, the most regal women, the most intelligent women, the women that know how to use our femininity and our intelligence to get our core goals accomplished. So I always say we are everywhere and nowhere at the same time. So just getting to know yourself will build your confidence, but getting to know the women that came before you will also build your confidence, because you'll know, as my grandmother said, who you are. You'll know who you are because you know who came before you. Like even some of the women now that are current day celebrities, like Halle Berry, Alicia Keys, Beyonce, they, especially Beyonce, because of her mother and other women in her life, she knows who she is. So that's how she's been able to navigate gracefully through the music industry. When other women like her have had so much problems, she's been able to avoid those issues because she knows who she is. And I suggest you do research to know who you are. Everybody doesn't have the support of their family, but if you can find your community, and finding your community, you'll know who you are. Reading documentaries, watching documentaries will help you understand your beauty is very powerful. You as an exotical woman, you are very powerful. And just tap into that, but do it with grace, do it with kindness, do it with discernment, and navigate those spaces and where you want to be with who you are, and show up authentically. But building confidence is a process, and work on it day by day, and don't beat yourself up. Show yourself grace. But those are my main points. Find your community, build your self-esteem, do self-care, show up authentically. And when you keep focusing on that, you'll definitely be able to build your confidence. This is your girl with Exotical Rants. Have a great day and keep going, guys. We are going to be number one. We are. We just are. We're Exoticals. We got this. This is your girl with Exotical Rants. Bye.